YouTube, B Smokehouse here with you, and today we're going to be doing some Cochinita Pibil. Alright, Cochinita Pibil originates from the Yucatan Peninsula, aka Mexico. I had it when I was down there in Cancun, and I absolutely loved it. I am not going to follow the traditional way of making Cochinita Pibil. I'm going to put my spin on it. I do not have a Pibil. That is a smoking grill that they use down in the Yucatan Peninsula. I'm going to smoke this the way I normally smoke it. However, I'm going to throw a few curveballs in this recipe. I will point out how I am changing things. The base of the Cochinita Pibil is the Annato seed. Right? Very fragrant. This comes from a tree that grows in the all throughout Caribbean, right? To include Mexico. What I have done off camera, I roasted in about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Got about I think that's about 1/4 cup of Annato seeds. I've got some bay leaves in there. I've got some cloves, allspice. I also went ahead and dry roasted in that same pan some garlic. Smells pretty fragrant already. Let's get this recipe on the road. Alright, so I've got a combination of both orange juice, lime juice. You can use grape juice if you have it, or you can use pomelo juice. Pomelo is a citrus cross. I'm going in with all of that. This is the marinade for my pork. Generally, you'll see this used with pieces of pork. I'm going to marinate a small pork butt that I have. In goes my garlic. I've got Mexican oregano. If you are interested in this recipe, I will have the quantities down in the description. I've got black pepper. I've also got cumin. I've got soy sauce. This is low sodium. We're going to go in with a strong pinch of salt. Cochinita Pibil recipe. So, I'm going to do it the way I do things here in Texas. So I'm putting a little Texas flair, a little Texas spin on it. And then the last ingredient we're going to go in is our white vinegar. This is a 1/4 cup. I'm going to go ahead and get my top on this. Smells fragrant, pretty good already. And we're going to go ahead and mix this up. I'll bring you guys back when it's properly mixed. Alright, here's what we're looking like. Deep dark red flavor profile. The smells I'm getting off of this, you smell that roasted garlic. You now smell those Annato seeds. Smells really good. The way I had this dish in Cancun was it's shredded pork on tacos, then they go back and hit the shredded pork with this marinade. Marinate directly on the meat using my fingers. Just be careful, this Achiote, aka Annato seed, will stain, alright? I'm okay with it, plus I don't have any gloves, so we're gonna go in. This smells really roasty. As you can see, we got the consistency of about a good ketchup. And then, so I'm going to get this in here. I don't have any marinating bags, or else I'll put it in that. Quick message. I'm marinating this in a restaurant pan. Alright, this is non-reactive. This pan is. Alright, I see far too many videos on YouTube with people just using whatever to marinate stuff in. We gotta be careful. You know, some of the properties of some of these pans, some of the properties of some of the chemicals and things, or some of the food stuffs that we use to cook can be quite reactive. Alright, so I like this pan. I use it for pretty much everything because I know that I'm safe with this, but you don't want to just go and start putting stuff in aluminum pans and marinating in. Alright, so now I'm going to get in here with my hands, and if I need more marinade, I'll go and get it. That's going to be about it. Now, I will come back So the plan is to let this rest for a day or two in my fridge so these flavors can get deep into that meat. We're gonna get this covered, put it in our fridge. I'll see you guys when I'm getting ready to put this on the smoker. Stay tuned. Alright, so this is the only thing I have done for this pork butt. Again, I got up this morning, I seasoned it with kosher salt and black pepper. That's all I'm going to do. We have some high winds here in the area. I'm going to try my best to get a fire started. If I'm unsuccessful, then I'll come back and I'll throw this in the oven and it'll be a stress-free cook, pretty much hands off. Stay tuned. About 3 hours in. I'm not going to do anything. I don't plan on spritzing. As you can see, I still got water down there in the pan. It's looking good. Color starting to come through. I'm trying to build a nice bark. We still got some time. Again, this is only 3 hours. This is a 7-pound pork butt. If you didn't know, Cochinita Pibil is technically wrapped in in banana leaves. I could have got some of those here. Local stores carry them. Or I'm not going to do that. But I am going to wrap in things that I would normally wrap in. We're going to let this get some more color. I say another 3, maybe 4, 5 hours. We're going to let it ride. I'll bring you guys back. Alright, here we are at 7 hours. It's sitting about 155, 160. So we still got... One of the main reasons how you know you're ready to wrap is because you start seeing your fat crack, separate. We've got juices pulling. This is where I pull out my thermometer. It's looking pretty good. I like the color. The smell is very distinctive. Right? We're gonna go ahead and get this wrapped up so I can get it put back. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this in my oven full transparency. I don't have all night. It's already 4:30 where it can burn. And I'm gonna put this in my oven at 275 for the next hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and we should be good to go. Stay tuned. Alright, here's the pork butt that I turned into Cochinita Pibil. It's going to sit here. I just took it out of my oven. It was in the oven for about 2.5, 3 hours. It is tender. It probed at 202, 203. Again, flavorful, juicy. This meat. You can get some of that oak wood smoke, that post oak. However, I still taste that marinade. To reinforce the Cochinita Pibil marinade, we're going to go in with that reserve marinade that I have left. And again, this is still very hot, so I'm not going to go in with my hands like I really want to. I don't have any gloves. This marinade still smells pretty good. We got some of that, those smaller tubulars. Some people call it pork spaghetti because it looks like spaghetti. And now let's get another taste. See that? It's pretty good. I'm getting the star anise, the clove, the small amount of cinnamon we put in there. It shines through. Alright, let's go ahead and dress these tacos. I got me 3 street tacos here. This is yellow corn. First, I'm going to go down with some of this beautiful meat. I'll tell you what, so that earthiness that I once spoke of has kind of been tamped down by the fattiness of this pork butt. Again, an excellent idea than just having your standard variety of pork butt. We keep it real simple. I've got some pickled onions that I did this morning. These are excellent. I've already had them. Because this meat took so long, I cooked the rest of the family something else. More acidity. And then we're going to go some of this green salsa that I made. Realized I didn't have any guacamole, so I roasted some jalapenos. I roasted some garlic, bit of mayonnaise, bit of sour cream, salt, pepper, little chicken bouillon and some beef bouillon. So here's what we're looking like. I'll bring you guys back. I'm gonna take some pictures. And then I'll bring you guys back. All right, we are back. Here's the finished product. See, I've got my pickled red onions. I've even got some jalapenos. These were roasted on the same smoker that I cooked this Cochinita Pibil on, and then stuck into some soy sauce. If you go into many Mexican restaurants, you'll see these along with some sauteed onions all submerged in soy sauce. Pretty delicious. All right. And then again, this is a little bit of that Cochinita Pibil. So now let's get one of these tacos. Let's see where we're at. Can you see that? Looks pretty good. Again, I kept them simple. You can go in with some cotija cheese. However, there's enough flavor here. All right. Let's see what we got. First thing that hits you is a bit of smokiness, and it's not the smokiness from that oak. It's the smokiness from those earthy materials that were used to make that marinade for that Cochinita Pibil. That is absolutely delicious. I will tell you this, I said it before, that the fattiness from that pork butt cuts through some of that earthiness. However, this acidity that's provided from the green sauce as well as the those pickled red onions adds to. I thought this was going to be a bit bitter, so I did taste that Achiote by itself before I fried it off, and after I fried it off, it tasted a bit bitter. I was really worried that these were going to come out bitter. Really delicious. There's contrast there. I'm gonna get it by that jalapeno. Really good. That pork is fatty and moist. It has tons of flavor. Now, if I had a third or fourth day, I probably would have let that pork butt sit and marinate that long. Now, the whole purpose of using a piece of pork that size was to let the acidity in that Cochinita Pibil marinade to denature that protein. I had the time that I had, so I did what I did. If you've made it this far in this video, please give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really enjoy the engagement. Bring those comments on. Give this a try. Way better, much more different than your standard variety, just salt and pepper Texas style pork butt. Pretty good. I've got some pulled pork that I need to start eating on, and I'll have this for lunch and probably a few other times throughout this week. You can make taquitos, burritos, more tacos. There's a lot of stuff you can do with this. Until next time, be Smokehouse out.